We're back. Another episode with Cooking with Mama T. And today we're making one of our other signature dishes. Is shrimp fried rice. And I've already started with the onions being sauteed because I like to get to the meat of the video really quick. So they have been sauteing on a medium heat for 7 minutes. So as you can see, they're just about done. And what I did was I sliced my onions and then I cut them in half. We tend to like really big, really nice onions. So if when you cut them in half, if that's too big, just cut them smaller. The onions is optional to you. So as you can see, they're nice and translucent. And they're almost ready. So we're doing with 8 cups of rice. And we're using 2 pounds of shrimp because my family loves shrimps. And we're doing about a cup of peas. I'll probably add less peas, it depends. When I see them in there, I can tell how many I want in it. And some of the sauces I use is regular low sodium soy sauce, sesame sauce, and then I found out about this black soy sauce. So black soy sauce is really good. It's hard to find in the store. I find it in the market called Latte Market. But what it does, it turns your shrimp fried rice brown fast without having to use an abundance of the soy sauce. So the onions are ready. And we're going to take these out. I also like cooking this in this particular pot because I can do everything in the same pot. And no, normally I don't use this metal container in my Teflon pot, but sometimes with the shrimp fried rice, I have to switch over to even using the metal spatula when it starts to get stuck. And I started off with a little more than about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And now we're going to cook the peas really fast. I use frozen green peas. And it's actually okay if you want to, you can add the peas to your onions. That's okay too. Because everything is going to be mixed up. And I use frozen green peas versus the ones in a can because they're thicker, they're more firmer. And they won't get mushy. Nothing's worse than mushy green peas. And we just let the green peas, and as you notice, I didn't even have to add any more olive oil because there was enough of the essence of the olive oil left in my pan. And we just stir the green peas around. I hope these videos are really useful for you guys. I like to cook quick, like I said in other videos. And it's really important to me to not only cook quick, but to cook meals that last a while. This particular meal, even after sharing part of it with somebody, will still last my family about 3 or 4 meals. Because it makes a lot. Which is why I like to make it. So you cook these green peas, if you cook them by itself, cook them about 2 minutes max, just to let them burn. And if you decide to cook them with your onions, put them in there after your onions start getting clear, almost done. So, my peas are ready. And I can mix them with the onions because I'm going to mix everything back together in a few minutes anyway. And to this same pan, I just want to add a little bit of olive oil right now because I'm getting ready to scramble the egg and I don't want the egg to stick. So you just add just a dash of olive oil. And then you scramble your egg. So one thing, I'm sorry, one thing I forgot to tell you is that your rice needs to be cooked ahead of time. Your rice actually needs to be cold. You can use it warm, but it definitely works better if the rice is cold. So I will cook your rice as far ahead of time as you can. So for 2 pounds of shrimp, I use 8 cups, but you can definitely use a less amount. And the instant rice actually works better because you don't have any variation about your rice sticking. Because for shrimp fried rice, you need your rice to be dry. Definitely needs to be dry. So the egg is done. It doesn't even matter if it gets dried up because it's all going together. And my shrimp has been marinated with just a little bit of the soy sauce, not a lot. Because I use low sodium, it's okay that it marinates. I've only marinated it about 15 minutes. You can marinate it longer, but I only use 15 minutes. A little bit of the olive oil. And the shrimp. Just add the shrimp. And it's okay to add the rest of the sauce to it. And then we'll notice how fast the shrimp will cook up. Because as soon as your shrimp turns completely pink, your shrimp are ready. And I would say probably in less than 5 minutes, these shrimp are going to be ready because my heat is up on medium to high. Our shrimp is out, and I actually started browning the rice already just because it takes a good amount of time. So all I did was I started adding the rice into the olive oil and I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of the sesame oil because sesame oil adds a rich nutty flavor to it. And I'm going to add another 2 tablespoons of the low sodium soy sauce. And as you can see, the rice is turning nice and golden brown. But what really brings in the brown color really quick and richly is it's called black soy sauce. And I found this in one of the stores that I shop in. And it's a little sweeter. Actually, it's a lot sweeter than regular soy sauce. But it actually gives a rich golden brown to your shrimp fried rice. So you get the best of both worlds. You get the soy sauce, and then you don't have to add a lot of it when you use the black soy sauce. But if you don't have it, trust me, I made it for years without having that. I always recommend the low sodium. Because in order to brown it, you are going to use a good bit of soy sauce. So it's always best to use the the low sodium. And I'm going to turn this down some. And now we just add back in our ingredients. This is the onions and the egg and the peas. And the rice is actually done. So I can turn it down. You can turn it down to a really low to medium. Because the only thing you're keeping the heat on for is just to bind all of the goodness together. And I'm sorry for the mess. This is a messy dish. And my husband can always tell when I made shrimp fried rice because there's rice particles all over our frying pan. And to this, now I'll add the shrimp. And I'll use a spoon because I really don't necessarily need all of the juice that came out of the bowl, out of the pot to the bowl. But if I need it, I'll add it in a second. And this did turn out to be a lot. So 1 pound of shrimp And half the amount of rice that I use will go a long way. So when I write the recipe down, I'm going to write the recipe for 1 pound of shrimp. And you can feel free to double it if you need to make this size for your family. But this will go a long way. So the average family of 4, you're probably only going to need to do my single recipe. And here we go. Shrimp fried rice. And again, you can add your own seasonings to taste. Some of you guys may want to add extra soy sauce. My husband tends to add extra soy sauce when he's eating it. But I like to keep it mild because whenever somebody else is eating it, you never know somebody else's appetite, including mine, and their taste buds. So we are done. Thank you so much for joining us for our episode of Mama T's Shrimp Fried Rice. And you can also add chicken or beef or pork. Make a combination. You can add whatever you want. This recipe is very versatile. Take care and have a great day.